Hey guys, this is Health Nibble number 108. And the question is, why do you start looking like your spouse? And an answer to that can be the microbiome, and is the microbiome in some part. And so I just want to review with you, the gut determines a huge part of like your brain function, your nervous system function, your immune function. And so when we have leaky gut situations, we start getting, it's connected with dementia and Alzheimer's and autism and allergies and eczema and autoimmunity. Everything, it seems like everything comes from the gut, a dysfunctional gut, which is dysbiosis. And so dysbiosis is when you have bad bugs in your gut, and we call that this, colony of different bugs. We call that your microbiome. And so you can have a microbiome that's dominant in bad bugs or dominant in good bugs. But what's interesting is spouses end up with the same microbiome. And so not to get too complicated, but if you remember, we all have our genetics, and then what genes are expressed is based on our environment, and that's called epigenetics. And your epigenetics in large part are determined by your microbiome, or they have a huge influence on your epigenetics, how you look, how you function, how everything. So that's why spouses start over the years, they start looking like each other because they actually share the same microbiome. So other things, and that's a fun little fact, but most people are struggling with some health issues. And so if you're not doing it as a team, if you have one person that's really working to improve their microbiome and the other spouse doesn't really care, they just do the same stuff they've always done, it's going to slow this person down for sure. They might be, the healthy person might be helping the unhealthy person a bit, but the unhealthy person is definitely not helping the person trying to get healthy. And so, we see this both on the weight loss side and the functional medicine side when we're trying to get people to completely change how they eat after a lifetime of eating, and they have food addiction, which is as strong as, it's as difficult as getting off of cocaine. Sugar stimulates dopamine receptors like you would have when you're on cocaine, and that's been studied. And so why do we crave that sugar so bad? Well, part of it is your microbiome will adapt to whatever you do. So if you've had a heavy diet, sugar and processed foods since you were a little kid, your microbiome is going to adapt to that, and it actually causes, because of that gut-brain connection, it actually causes you to crave those foods. So if you drink wine all the time, you start craving it until you change your microbiome, and that takes time. And it takes strategy to do that, and it also takes time without that food for your body to start, or your microbiome to start craving other substances. So when you're married, because of physical relationship, you're swapping microbiome, and you actually end up with the same microbiome. So if one person's trying to change and the other person isn't, it really inhibits their progress, because they're going to still, if they're maintaining that microbiome, they're still going to be craving all the same things that they were both craving before. So I hope that helps. There's science behind why your support network at home is so important if you're trying to get healthy. And part of that science is the microbiome. It's not all psychology. So that's your Health Nibble number 108.